Hey there, John from RTOM. We frequently get questions asking about tuning your black holes to get a great sound out of your drums, but first you want to make sure that your drums are also in tune. First, I'd like to share with you a couple of tuning tips that I've learned along the way that helps achieve a great sound out of any drum. There are many ways to tune a drum, but most fall under two categories: tuning to pitch or tuning to tension. The most important thing to note is you can tune a drum, but you can't tune a fish. There are a ton of great methods out there if you're looking to tune your drums to tension. You can buy things like a drum dial or a tension drum key to help you out, but I've found a method that works really well for me and is very effective and not time consuming at all. A couple of things that you want to make sure of before you go ahead and tune your drums: make sure that your drum lugs and hoops are free from rust or debris, and also note that a new drum head is going to be way easier to tune than an old drum head. The second idea is tuning to pitch. If you have a good ear or a good sense of pitch, tuning to pitch might be best for you. Devices like a TuneBot or a drum tuning app or even a good old-fashioned piano can be super helpful when tuning to pitch. Tension aside, you want to make sure that all of your drum lugs around your drum are tuned to right around the same pitch. How the two heads, your top and your bottom head, interact with each other is what creates your fundamental pitch of your drum. A unison note between your top head and your bottom head, or even something like a minor second between your top and your bottom head, can drastically change how your drum sounds and feels. You want to experiment for your drums to see what works for you and how much of a gap you should have between your top and your bottom head. The main goal here is to make sure that whatever pitch you are going for, that it's right around the same note for each one of your lugs.
So my process for tuning to tension is super easy. It's not time consuming at all, and it'll get your drums sounding as good as they possibly can right off the bat without a whole lot of guesswork. I have a little bit that I'm going to add to it at the end, but for the most part, if you do this, you will get your drums sounding great right off the bat. Rob Beatdown Brown is the drummer that I know of that developed this process. You can see here that I am finger tightening everything on the hoop. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push down in the center of the drum and take my drum key and tune out all those wrinkles. I'm pushing with even pressure right in the middle of the drum, and you can see those wrinkles around the hoop just start to disappear. You want to go until they disappear, and that's it. That's going to be the maximum possible resonance that you can get out of that head just to start. Flip over the drum and do the exact same thing with the top head. Side note here, if you want to tune your drums to a higher or a lower pitch, you can pick one lug, tune up the top or the bottom head, doesn't matter. Tune it up just a half a turn or a quarter of a turn, and then do the exact same thing with the parallel lug that is on the bottom. This process will allow for the lowest possible note with the maximum possible resonance, so that way you're not pitting or damaging your drum heads.
Now for the fun and way less tedious part. You get to slap on your black hole head, but before you do so, you want to make sure that you've got your black hole tuning key handy so that you can adjust the tension of your black hole. This last part should be a breeze because you've already done the hard work getting your drums in tune. For the black holes, personally, I like to tune to feel. But if you are looking for more or less resonance, adjusting the tension of your black hole will achieve that goal. I found that a tighter black hole has more interaction with the bottom head and less resonance, and a looser black hole head has more interaction with the top head of the drum, also resulting in less resonance. Somewhere in the middle of those two will give you the most resonance possible. Again, all of this is a preference for what you are going for, sound and feel-wise. It's important to note that a black hole head will not fix an out-of-tune drum. If you make sure that your drums are in tune first, it will be way easier to achieve the sound that you want from your black holes. If you have any questions or further comments about how you tune your drums, please leave them in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this content, make sure you like it and subscribe to it and hit that notification bell.